how desperate is this team at this point?
Pretty desperate. Desperate for a win, desperate the way they go to work each day, each week, desperate for a win. And, we can't worry about the past, worried about the future, and a trip to London and try to get a win. Guys are, some guys are playing their tails off. But yeah, we're desperate for a win.
Urban, could you just talk about the decision to, on 4th and goal, to not have James Robinson in the game and to possibly, obviously not try to sneak it with Trevor since it was only had about 4 or 5 inches to go?
Yeah, I just met with Bev and we talked about it, and I don't micromanage who's in the game. I should have, James was running really hard, but so was Carlos, and I got to go find out if something was dinged up with James on that situation. And the quarterback sneak, he's not quite comfortable with that yet. We've been practicing that. I know that might sound silly, but when you've never done it, it's something that we need to continue to make that so you can make that call in that critical situation.
8.2 yards a carry is what James Robinson was averaging today. Kind of shocking to see him not get the touch on the goal lines. But the tight ends for the Tennessee Titans were roaming free, big bombs. Did the game plan involve stopping Derrick Henry or keeping A.J. Brown in check?
Well, we had late Tyson was unable to go. He practiced in limited capacity throughout the week, and so we matched up Shaq with A.J. with Brown, and then the tight ends. We had some mental errors, missed assignments. You certainly was anyone who plays the Titans. Your focus is going to be stopping Derrick Henry because that's game over if you don't stop him. And for the most part, they did a decent job. We did a decent job. But, yeah, there were some plays we gave up. And the third downs, we just couldn't get them off the field.
Coach, you've seen consistent improvement from the team each week, but the wins still aren't coming. At what point do you have to go back to the drawing board and start really evaluating everything from top to bottom?
We're there. That's my job to do that every day. I see a group of warriors. I see a group of players that I love to death. I see a group of players that are spilling it on the field, and we're not getting it. We're not closing it out. And from the Cardinals on, Cardinals, Bengals, and this one, we go down and score. I'm waiting to see Trevor get the ball in his hand with the chance to go win the game. I thought we were going to have that at Cincinnati, and then that penalty, and we couldn't get off the field. And then similar situation today. If we score on that, we score there. Our defense really stiffened up near the end of the game and played high energy, got pressure on the quarterback, stuffed the run. We didn't slam it in from the 1-inch line or 2-inch line. It's Trevor Lawrence is a warrior. He's love that guy. We all do. That guy is a competitive. He's going to be great for Jacksonville.
Urban, do you have an idea of the extent of Brandon's injury, and emotionally, how devastating is that to see him go down right there?
Yeah, he's like a son. He's everything this team stands for, and it looks like it's not as bad as when they first thought. It looks like ankle and MCL, and we'll know more, and I'll update you this week.
Coach, this can you speak about why there have been so many communication problems in coverage with the secondary? Look like you're playing man, and then look like you're in zone, and look like you're in there at the same time.
Yeah, there was I kind of asked that same question on the sideline, and we got to get that corrected. I see the same thing you see, and I see a defense that's at times plays outstanding, elite level football like the first half against the Bengals, like the latter part of the game, the one we just played. But then we're putting pressure on the quarterback, and the guy was wide open. That was a miscommunication, and it was man coverage. And the guy didn't cover his man. It's that simple.
Kind of building off of that, Urban, Miles obviously exited the game later, but did he have, so part one, did he have the green dot at the start of the game? Part two, what did you see from your linebacking core over the course of this game?
We have been evaluating that because Miles plays three positions, you know, in the three different nickel, dime, base, nickel, dime. And it's, you know, something we've been working on, and he played his best football. You know, we just did some research, is when he plays best, when he doesn't have to make the call. And so we gave it to Damian and then also Rayshon. And so you're right when you saw that.
Was there then some confusion, do you think, because you had two guys out there making the calls? Two different guys, I should say?
I don't think so. You know, I think that's a question I'm going to ask, and you're certainly welcome to ask that as well.
Oh, and then just wrapping it around, Shaq and Chappelle had to step in for Miles, and then Dakota Allen both going down. What did you see from those two young guys in the linebacking corps?
I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh,
hear
sorry.
you.
The two young guys, Shaq Quarterman, Chappelle Russell, linebacker, when they stepped in, when Miles went down and Dakota Allen went down, that was when there were the two, you forced them to punt twice. What did you see from those two young guys?
I love those guys. I see it on special teams all the time. I'm very involved with the special teams, so I'm with them constantly. I'll watch the film. I just saw what you saw. I wasn't that knee-deep in the calls and all that. We were getting ready to go on offense. But those are good players and great people.
Hi, Coach. So Trevor Lawrence seems to be getting better every game. He had a 58-yard pass today. Can you speak to his progress?
Yeah, he's awesome. We all are, the 904, we all are waiting for that. Our teammates are waiting. It's just to give him the ball with a chance to go win the game, because I think he'll win it. And his practice habits, his toughness, his leadership, he's getting better each week, like you said.
Urban, how emotionally draining was this week for you, considering what happened, and did you see any of that impact any of the players at all today?
I didn't. You could ask them. I apologize earlier in the week, and players had a really excellent week of practice and put ourselves really in position to win a game at one point.
You had said that from week 1 to week 4, you saw improvement in this team. Did they take a step back today?
I don't think so. Jane, I'm going to look, obviously I'll let you know, you were out there like I was watching the team lay it all on the line. And you look up there and the score was, we punched that thing in, which the original score, they said it was in. And you're within striking distance to go win a game.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.